I think when somebody says you can't do it, the itch starts and he's like, no, I'm going to do it now. But it's more about if you have the desire, you also have to then go the extra mile. So yeah, my team has taken a lot of effort to come to align with the aesthetic, with the vision. I'm someone I'm constantly trying to like up my game. So with every fashion week, because I've gained a lot of experience abroad and I've presented at shows with these international designers, I've also like absorbed a lot of that, and with every collection, with every piece, I want to like up that game. So it's always about upping your skills and also taking it to the next level. But with our production house, we do everything with a lot of love. We treat our clients like family. Like it's like
Yeah, and it's amazing to see that your instructions are followed by the craftsmen to the T. And when the people wear it over there, and they don't need any kind of alterations, it is to the extent. I mean, so they're so perfect, and no inch of imperfection, such as the magic of distance designing. Now we know what distance designing is.
it is. It is. It's interesting that this process for me started before this pandemic happened, because nobody realized that in this world we'll be like just limited to a digital interaction. But I am glad that I got my training, because for me it's nothing different. Like I've already been doing it for 3 years and I've done so many shows and model fittings. I mean, these models are like 5'11", 5'10", and dressing them up and fitting them is so nerve-wracking. But you fit that dress and it just looks absolutely perfect on them, and then you just take this breath of like, thank God. But yes, we do try our level best, and I think the thing about fittings is that we really need our clients to really work with us. It's because it's a mutual thing. It's not as easy as when you're doing something custom. It's different when you're going to a retail store and you're picking something off the rack and you like it, great. You don't like it, you put it back. We're not giving you something which is from the rack. We're not giving you something which you can just buy at any other store. It is something which only you have, and I take great pride in that. I want you to look like nobody else in the room. I want you to be the one who drives. Even the bride comes and asks you, where did you get this dress from? I'm like that. So there is just this desire to be so different, and yeah,
Happy with that. Somebody, if the bride comes and asks you, where did you get this from? I mean, that's the day's mate.
I've actually had that happen to me, to be very honest. I've had that happen to me. I've gone to my own relatives' weddings wearing what I designed, and the bride has asked me, what are you doing? And I know, I just take a wink and I feel excited. But it's not about taking attention away from anything. It's just feeling great pride in that what I wear, I'm glowing with it, because I'm so happy when I wear that. So at the end of the bottom line with Nora is just that I no matter what you create, whether it's a simple outfit or it's like a three-piece outfit or an elaborate gown, um, it's something that makes you feel special, and it is just for you. And as far as perfectionism something is concerned, I am happy to keep fixing it till we get to that point of it's to your liking. If you
Right.
don't like it, and if it's not something that didn't come out in the first draft, then we are more than happy to fix it for you, because if you're not happy with the product, that doesn't leave me with anything. I don't want the money. I want to make sure. For us, our work is very important, and you going and saying that you like this is more important than the amount of money that we're gonna get. Anybody can buy an outfit from a store. That's no big deal. For me, it's important to say, oh, it's Honora and it's exclusive.
And I think we here in India are really lucky because it's in Delhi. The workshop is based in
Yes.
Delhi and is catering to Indian customers,
Yes.
and not only to fashion designers, but we are fortunate to get it designed, custom, tailored made here in India itself at the workshop. So that's
It's literally at your fingertips. I mean, we're lucky to have a production house. It's so central. It's in South Delhi. It's in Champara, and it's close to every market. Just driving distance, and it's such a beautiful spot. We've taken the whole terrace, and in fact, when you're going to walk into the production house, you're going to be amazed, because it looks nothing like any other stitching unit like you have in India, like those sharpwood charts which are like congested. And I know women in India during Diwali time and ever, we're ready to go to the nooks and corners of old Delhi and walk those streets and take those rickshaws and go through anything and everything to get that dress. Here it's very elegant. Elegance is the the core of everything. So when you walk into a production house, you're going to be surprised because it's not like a regular stitching unit. It's very aesthetically done, and I won't talk more about it. I would probably just welcome as soon as we're able to bring things back in production. Once, of course, the lockdown is over, I would love to have more and more people come in, take a look, and
It's going to happen soon, very, very soon, I'm sure.
Yes.
And I feel proud and honored to be the brand ambassador and consultant for the mother Sari Sanskriti by Salma Sultanji, and also now Nora with Ayesha Khanna. So it's a real pleasure and honor.
Absolutely. I mean, having you as the brand ambassador would be so amazing. I mean, I have to say this personally, that living abroad and managing, a business where I'm trying to obviously grow it and doing my shows, this has been the biggest concern. But I know that, with somebody, as amazing as you and, as talented as you, I know Nora is in great hands. So I'm so excited to start this venture with you, and, for you to be able to spread the word. And I know you work with us personally, and you work with my mother personally, and you're a brand ambassador for Sai Sanskriti. So I know actually now I can take a deep breath because Nora is in great hands, and I can't wait for more and more women in India to be wearing Nora designs. Thanks to you.
I'm sure there cannot be anything better for the clients to come and get it customized, made at the place over there at your,
Yeah, absolutely. We definitely have a few clients already, who can vouch for it, and testimonials, and they can probably share their own experiences of what it was like for them. It's a pretty seamless process, but we're a very hardworking unit, and we take feedback, and we are driven. I am very driven, to, like I said, to make my client becomes my family at some point. But yeah, and it's because you have access to everything. It's great. You can actually walk in and get your measurements done. My tailors are in the business of doing this for 25 plus years. They've spent their entire life. My cardigans are coming from history, family of cardigans. So we actually are not dealing with novices. We're dealing with people who know their art, who know their skill. We just learned to perfect it to, create something for a client. That's all.
I'm really looking forward to it. And what better than, wearing outfits from a designer who has designed for Paris Fashion Week, Milan Fashion Week, all these models. So I don't think so there can be anything better than designed by.
I'm excited. I'm very excited. Like when you say all this, it does feel really good. But I'm also always with it's like, I take every outfit as like a brand new venture. It's like cooking, or it's like being a player. You go on the field and you play that day, and you try and do your best. So with every outfit, it's like, what I've done is there. But I think with every new outfit, with every new client, we start from scratch. So yeah, I would love to take that on. In fact, I'm itching because I know we haven't been able to produce anything for the last few weeks, but I'm already like planning for like fashion weeks in 2021, and I'm already thinking of creating new designs and stuff. So I'm going to take this time to let my imagination run wild, and hopefully we'll have some new designs for our clients by the time we're ready to open back up.
India, I know you're going to get a lot of production very soon once things get normalized, here. And
Absolutely, and especially with the environment that we are in right now, I know malls are not going to be opening up, or people do not feel comfortable about going to these big retail stores and these crowded stores, all these markets that you're known for. We're happy to work with fabrics that are of your choice. We're happy to work with fabrics that you handpick if you are very selective about it. And here it's a one-on-one thing. So I mean, like I said, if you come to my production unit, you'll be surprised to see just how neat and clean it is, and how much care we take into, just making sure everything is extremely organized. So there's going to be, I know the situation may continue to persist, but whenever we do open up, it's anyways going to be a one-on-one thing. So it's not that you're dealing with 100 people and getting like pushed around. So, safety is at the core of it. And, you have lesser people to deal with. You're getting 100% attention. You don't have to fight for attention. So I think in this environment, that fact that we're able to offer a custom piece is everything, because you don't have to struggle, and you get a piece that is made for you at your doorstep. We deliver as well. mean, that just goes to show that you're not ready to let anything stop. So that's the kind of spirit we want. No matter what happens, we continue doing as artistic people. We want to keep sharing our art, and I couldn't have found anybody better than you to have on our team. So it's definitely a pleasure, absolute pleasure.
And Ayesha, as you know, the program is about MargiesLuxury.co. What is the definition of luxury according to you? I mean, you've seen the world.
Luxury, it's a big term. Luxury is definitely not about expensive stuff. I don't think luxury is about feeling expensive, not necessarily buying expensive. Just because you buy something which is $40,000 or $40,000 is not expensive. Luxury is anything and everything that just makes you feel that extra special. So when you have luxury is you feel luxurious. I can feel luxurious in a simple shawl, and I can feel like a side B person in a $500,000 outfit or whatever. I think luxury is very personal, and luxury is defined by what you bring to the table, and it's just a feel good. It just feel like you're wrapped in cashmere. You don't have to own it, but you can certainly feel it. Just feel like cashmere.
Beautiful. And what is the message you would like to give to the audience around this time, COVID-19? It's a global crisis.
It is. It's actually, I know people are going through, and I am one of them. I'm just another one of them. We're going through a time that we never saw it coming. And it's actually going on and on and on. I know 2020 has been termed as a year which is like people have cancelled, and you open the news and one bad thing is coming and the other bad thing is coming. And I think it's just it's a great awakening. I think this year is a reminder of all of us to say that how mortal we are, that we are brought on this planet to live and to let live and to breathe and to be joyful, and we stopped doing that. We just started running. Because the next person was running, and the next person was running because he saw somebody running. So we become literally like rats in a rat race, and it's a miracle. This is a time when you realize there is a power. If you didn't realize it before, there's a power which is way higher than us, that governs everything, and that we as human beings, we get so wrapped in our own egos of what we can do and what our day is tomorrow and what our day is going to be the after tomorrow and our plans, that the higher force is saying, you know what, it's not important in the bigger scheme of things. You're just a speck. And this is a mirror which is being put in front of us, which a lot of us are not liking, to be honest. But the ones who are not liking it is because you don't want to see truth. But this is a time when we should not. I think we can have two approaches. We can have that approach of like life is bad and it sucks and people are dying and and live in fear, or we can say, you know what, I'm going to take this time to just pause and slow down and reflect and just be happy for what I have. I think today, if you're alive and you're healthy and your immediate family is healthy, and that itself is a blessing. I think we take so much for granted as people, as human beings on a daily basis. We are so entitled. We become so entitled. We think we deserve the world when honestly we don't. We really don't, because you reap what you sow. So whatever we're experiencing as humanity is nothing but our doing. Obviously, we don't want to accept that, but I think it's time we accept it. And it's not that it should make us feel bad about it. You can either choose to, when you're sinking, you can either choose to like paddle and keep your head above water, or you can choose to be like, oh my god, I'm dying, and just sink. It's your choice. And right now a lot of people are being faced with that choice, and you need to make that choice for yourself. You need to decide, am I going to, it's not about swimming right now. People are still thinking about swimming. Oh, I'm not swimming fast enough. Oh, my business is not doing good enough. Oh, I'm not getting enough revenue. I'm like, right now, just stay afloat. So right now, the biggest profit is that you are afloat, that you are surviving. Because if you have you, You,
Yeah,
the
well
mind,
expressed.
the mind, the heart that created this empire. The empire will come back. The empire will come back. God has created you. We have just unlimited potential. And how do you know that what you made is the best version? Maybe once everything comes down and it's just broken down to pieces, when you rebuild a paradise. So how do you know? Right now, I think God is putting everything on hold and is like, he's literally canceling everything that is negative. He's canceling, or he's pushing, like how the dirt, you put kachra in the river for years, and then one fine day you have a flood of all the garbage coming to the surface. This is that the garbage is coming to the surface, and but who put the garbage in the first place? We did, and I'm a part of it. You were a part of it. We're all a part of it. It's not about pointing fingers. It's just about taking stock for what we've done, accepting it, embracing it, apologizing for it. Because we don't say sorry. We'd never say sorry. As human beings, why should we say sorry? We should apologize humongously for everything, and make amends. And make amends by, what can I do right? And it doesn't have to be on a big humanitarian level, because not everyone is a philanthropist. But if you don't make that change now, you'll never be able to make that change. People always say, I don't have time, I don't have time, I don't have time. And now you have all the time. I'm seeing on Facebook, it's actually been so inspiring. I'm seeing my own friends who I thought could only dance, and now they're showing these paintings. And I'm like, when did you learn this? So it's great, right? If you're an artist, or if you are someone who's passionate about something and now you've lost your job, or you are not, like, because your banks are closed or whatever, then God is saying, you know what, this is a time for you to change that career. Now put that art out there, and this is something you feel that you never got a chance because your family didn't let you, or because you had a wife to take care of. Now I'm giving you the best reason. What is your excuse now? If you don't make this your time to put your passions and on what makes you happy to the forefront, then you will never get the time. We finally cannot complain we don't have the time to do what we love. We have all the time in the world. The problem is we're still choosing to use that time to bitch and moan about what everything is going wrong, and we're spending hours on Facebook commenting about how the world is wrong. Don't waste time on negative stuff. When you put time in negative stuff, you only get negativity. Take that time, put it in creative stuff, because the creative stuff is going to make you happy, and then when you share it, it will make someone else happy. If you're a singer, you sing, so it will make somebody else, feel happy, because it'll put them in a good mood. If you're a dancer, dance because it'll make someone else feel happy and they'll get inspired to dance. If you're an artist, share that painting, they'll feel, oh, she can paint, I can paint too. So do put your energies in endeavors which is going to be uplifting. First, start with yourself, because we need to be selfish about that. It's like you put the oxygen mask on yourself first and then on the other person. Right now we're like, नहीं 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 उसका ऑक्सीजन मास्क नहीं, उसने ये करा, वो मर गया, ये मर गया. अरे जो लोग जी रहे हैं, I mean, I am a believer in a very Bollywood sense, कल हो ना हो.
Very nice.
कल हो ना हो.
Wonderful.
आज तो जी लो, कल किसने देगा?
And actually, it's like a wake-up call to all of us. And you very well said that we are all at the moment floating. We are not trying to swim or swim across or something. It's like floating right now.
Yeah, why do we have to always think about finishing the race, or by like swimming or running? Like I said, it's always like a action thing. Just a state of being. Just the fact that you can, right now I've been in a conversation for over 2 hours with you, is like, you're breathing, you're talking, you're smiling, people are listening. That's itself an example of, we're doing something productive. Everything doesn't have to be always about running. I've been in that position, and trust me, I have been in that position. If anybody knows me personally as a person, as I can be extremely ambitious, and I have someone I can multitask, and I've had 18-hour days since I was 18. I'm doing multiple jobs. I have a family. I have a 10-year-old. I have businesses and traveling. I can do multiple things, but I realize that what is the point of all of that if it makes you happy and you have the energy to do it, and you're feeling excited and you have the same enthusiasm the next day, by all means. But if you're feeling depleted and exhausted and you're moaning about it and you feel like you're doing somebody a favor, then don't do it. You're not doing anybody a favor by being unhappy and saying मैं ये कर रहा हूँ, मैं ये कर रहा हूँ, मैं ये कर रहा हूँ, और ये मैं नहीं कर सकता. You're not doing anyone a favor. So first, first, you just have to, this is the time to evaluate, don't do 10 things, just do that one thing that makes you happy, and then do more of it. And if you don't know what makes you happy, then God gave you that time out, right? God said, sit at home in your pajamas, think what makes you happy. A lot of us don't want us to, don't know what makes us happy. We don't even want to think about it. We don't want somebody on Instagram to tell us what makes us happy. And you want someone on Facebook to tell us you look pretty, and you want someone on YouTube to tell us, yes, you're worth it. That's a problem. It's only when others tell you you'll be worth it, because that's how shallow we've become as people. When God has given you talents, just goddamn admit it. This is the time for you to bring your talents to the surface. It's the time for you to give back. And if you invest your energies in that purpose, you'll see this time is just going to pass. In fact, you're going to be like, this time is gone. I wish I had more of it because I was enjoying it so much.
Right.
You know, you'll start enjoying it so much because you're like, I finally have the time to do whatever I want, and I want more of it. And this you can discover so much. If you dig deep, you can discover a lot about yourself in this time. But you have to focus on that.
Yeah, it's all about staying positive and being productive, creative, and using your energies into something that you enjoy doing. Make the best of the time into all that at the moment.
It's about taking a break too. It's about taking a break too. Number one is like health is everything. They say the word health is wealth. It's not just a term. It really is. If you are lucky enough to be living in this world and you're affected by something that's affected millions. Where I am living, I mean, we are like topping the charts. We are the country with the maximum amount of infections and the maximum amount of deaths in the world. Like we are like crossing all barriers. We're like hum sabse aage. But it's not to make small of it. But the point is, it's such a disheartening thing to see and to witness. But with everything that you see, you should be like, thank you, God. Like I have come from a point where I used to wake up and I used to be like, oh God, another day, and I have to do this and I have to do that. And I'm not even kidding. Like this is not now, but sometime back, and another day, because I was like, oh, I have to do so much. And to I have come to a point where when I wake up and I open my eyes, the first thing I say, thank you. I'm alive. Literally, I'm not even kidding. I literally say the word, thank you, God, मैं जिंदा हूँ. And then I'll put my foot down and say, thank you. Because you take so much for granted, and then when you read these stories of celebrities and these people that you see have everything, and they're just snapped, by their choice or by accident or by disease, then you realize, oh, life is so short. Oh, उनकी जिंदगी तो ऐसे खत्म हो गई, तो मैं तो I mean, you still need somebody on Facebook and Instagram to remind you that your life is precious. It's only when a celebrity dies that you realize the worth of your own life. It's only when, a big known person, there are millions of people dying every day and you don't care. So, I mean, the fact is that you're able to live in this time, health, first of all, but health doesn't mean just physical health. I think health starts here. I think, we eat food on a daily basis, we go to the gym, we work out, we are so worried about what we look like, if we have a size 0 figure, will that dress fit us or not. I'm from the fashion industry, so trust me, I'm around women who are particularly worried about it. But what we don't care about is what we're feeding our brain. What we don't care about is what are we thinking. What we don't care about is what are we telling people. And people don't even realize it's not just about what you are absorbing. It's also what you're giving back. If you're getting a lot of negativity or you seeing, it doesn't mean you have to become one of those people. I can go on Facebook today and I can see so many people dying, and I can choose to write a post on it's so sad, there's so many people dying and this person died. But I would do the opposite. I would say, no, let me just do something else. What can I do that is going to put me and somebody else in a good mood? Because it's about changing that vibration. It's about shifting that vibration. You can either become a part of the lower vibration, or you can be the one who pulls people out of that. And all of us have the energy to do that, and all of us have the skills to do that. The question is, do it for yourself. इसलिए अगर मैं फ्लोट कर रहा हूँ, मैं स्विम कर सकता हूँ, तो नेक्स्ट इंस्टिंक्ट क्या होगा? मैं 2 लोगों को और बचा लूँ, वो डूब रहे, राइट? तो करो वो, पहले अपने आप को बचा लो, तुम बच गए, अच्छा तुमको बचाओ, वो बच गया, अच्छा वो किसी और को बचाएगा. It becomes a chain reaction. Rather than, मैं डूब रहा हूँ, तो उसको भी खींच लो, वो भी डूबे. So it's becoming more of that. मैं जा रहा हूँ, तुम भी मेरे साथ जाओ. अब सब whatever is better. We all get to survive. In a Bollywood story, we all get a happy ending, and you all get to dance around trees eventually. So I'm already in that happy ending where I'm in 2021 and I'm dancing around trees and traveling the world. I'm already gone to Milan and I've already done my fashion week is already over in February. I've already presented. I've done my final walk. I'm living that dream, and you know that it's good because they think it's bad, but I think right now that's the best way, because when you keep thinking about that positive outcome for yourself, it's not wishy-washy stuff. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's about faith. And right now, I think there are two people: people with faith, people with no faith. This is like when they say apocalypse, or wo jo, everything that you read in books and scriptures, and that time, when judgment time, whatever. This is literally that in the year where you're being tested as someone who has faith and as someone who doesn't have faith. The ones who have faith are going to. I have to tell you this. I know people, when you ask about this pandemic, I know about people who are my personal friends, who are medical professionals, who are working with COVID patients on a daily basis for the last few months, wearing masks, wearing like full hazmat suits. They have no alternative. They are actually working with people who are infected. They are living with so much fear and anxiety, but they're still going into their jobs on a daily basis. They're seeing people literally dying in front of them. They're seeing their colleagues die, young ones die, but they're still doing what they're doing. And here we are in our comfort. They are the ones who are going through the real struggle. These medical professionals, the ones who are the real heroes. So we don't, they are the ones who are actually should be worried about their safety. And we've lost so many, amazing, talented people. I mean, we should be honoring their sacrifices and what they're going through on a daily basis. They are human beings too. They have, and look at what they are going through and the kind of effect this must be having on their mental and physical health. But we get to be sitting on Facebook and saying, oh, life is not perfect because I didn't get to go for dinner and it's been 3 months and I haven't watched a movie, or oh, my business is shut. Like, go out there, go to war then. So life is, it's like, if you don't appreciate that you get to read a book and watch TV and draw for 3 hours, then be that other person, put a mask on somebody else's life, go fight the war, go do that. And you don't have the guts to do that, or you don't have the opportunity because God didn't pick you to be one of those, then fine, then at least make their job easier. Don't be that extra person on that bed, right? You sit at home then. Don't be a burden. Do not be a burden. If you can't be someone who's uplifting, then at least don't be a burden. And that just comes from personal responsibility. That's just me taking responsibility for my life. And if I can't reduce it, then definitely don't add to it. Emotionally, physically, mentally. You can't take away the problem, great. Don't add to it. That's it. Don't add to it. We are just adding. We're just adding.
I'm sure the audience is going to get hugely inspired and motivated with your message, because it really means whatever you're saying is actually so true. We should be thankful for all the facilities that we have, and we're not in the situation, and still we quit, then it's really wrong on our parts, I should say. And
I'm like I said, I hear these stories, and I know personally, I know my friends who almost felt like they've had it, and they got, they've been tested, and then God, and it's great. And this is just about, and this is an example of faith over fear. Of I know people who are in the war zone as close as possible to people who are going through this, and they still don't get infected. And that's just an example of faith over fear. They're choosing faith. They're in the war zone. We are miles away from it. We haven't seen people in here in months, and we are wearing masks and we can't touch this. And they are like dealing with this, and they still don't get it. It just goes to show that God is choosing people. तुम्हारे अंदर faith है, तुम उसके सामने भी खड़े होगे, मौत के सामने भी खड़े होगे, वो मौत तुम्हें छू के चली जाएगी. और तुम अगर डर में रहोगे और दुबक के रहोगे, तो पीछे मुड़ के रहोगे तो वही खड़ा होगा. So you get what you asked for. It's really about faith over fear. They're two F's, but they both are miles apart. So people who are choosing faith are facing it on a daily basis, and they're untouched. And the people who are choosing fear are living in their dungeons and are falling prey. I'm not saying that this is just a moral decision. But if you're the one who gets to have that choice, then just accept that choice with like loving arms and say thank you. I get to go home and I get to sleep and I get to draw and I get to paint and I get to watch a movie and I get to sing and I get to cook and maybe I become a chef tomorrow and tomorrow we'll have so many YouTube channels and so many artists. I think after COVID we'll have like a whole, everybody's going to leave their regular day-to jobs because the digital world is going to be full of these new passionate designers and God knows what. Like I'm seeing so much talent that nobody knew existed because we never